So we got the falling forward, so now we're going to do 2 falls. The falls we're going to do now, one's going to be to your side, one's going to be to your back. When you go to your back, we're going to make sure you either have a nose clip or you're holding your nose, okay? We'll talk about how to cover your nose down the road, and some of you already know, and you're welcome to do it. But for now, if you fall back, hold your nose. The water pressure, if you're falling backwards, all that pressure on top of the water is going to push water in your nose. You have 2 options. You can blow out, you can get a nose plug, or I guess 3, you can hold your nose, right? So when you fall back, we'll make sure your nose is covered. It's the worst, it's one of the worst things about swimming is sucking air into your nose, right? When you first get started, you think it's going to kill you. After a while, you realize it's not going to kill you, but it is going to be fairly miserable. After a while, it's like, okay, I hate it, but okay, whatever. So the good news is as you get more and more comfortable with it, you have less and less problem with inhaling water, but I can tell you, and our Southwest, Southeast Conference title holder can tell you the same thing, you still get water in your nose sometimes. It's part of it, sadly, okay? But clips come in handy. Blowing out keeps you safe, or keeps you safer, and so we'll keep you set that way. Okay, so that's falling back. When you fall to the side, one of the things you want to remember is when you're falling forward and you've got your nice chest falling forward, you've got all this surface area that you're pushing into the water, and the more surface area you've got, the better the water holds you up, okay? When we fall sideways, you're going to find that you fall a little faster because you don't have as much surface area, right? I mean, I'm massive here, right? But when I go this way, it's like tiny. So that's what we're plotting with when we fall. So you'll go down a little faster. So just know it. It's not a bad thing, it's just a deal. If you want to spin, you can lay on the stomach, but for now, come over. Anybody who doesn't make it down on the side, and some of you won't make it down when you go down sideways, it'll twist you, it'll turn you, whatever. If you keep your knees up, what you'll find is that a lot of times, as long as you've got air in your lungs, almost always, you're going to end up riding yourself because the air in your lungs is going to hold you up. Even Richard, this would be true for, okay, if he went in sideways and we were in deep enough water. The air's going to hold up, and so the air's going to drift slower than the rest of your body, and so you're going to end up with your chest at the top and the rest of your body dangling under your legs, right? So if you fall sideways, and you stay a little up at the top, just pull your knees up and let them slide, and you'll just slide through your knees underneath you, and you can stand right up. There's no reason to panic about that. Some people really panic on the side. If it spooks you to do it, barely fall and see what that's like. Hang on to a ladder as you begin to fall sideways, see what that's like. I know our group today is, we're just showing off what you can do at this point, right? Which I love. So we're just going to go. So let's start with the side fall, and we're just going to fall sideways. See if you get to the bottom. If you don't, if you twist, whatever happens, happens. Okay. So we had more people hanging out on that one, right? More people floating than you did on your face, certainly when you blew out, right? But was it about the same as when you fell forward on your face? Was it higher, lower?
Higher.
Higher, really? Oh, very interesting.
Just a second.
Okay, very interesting.
I floated lower.
You floated lower? The floater is going to break the. So this time, blow out as you go down, or blow out up here at the top and then fall forward with it, whichever you want to do. I loved your hand on your head, your head on your chest. That was beautiful. I think you did the same thing. And Ben, I don't know if you made it down. You ended up floating, didn't you?
Yeah, I was a little bit.
Good.
Had to make adjustments.
So blowing out this time, just feeling the water, letting yourself go all the way down. Everybody here can do that, so go all the way down, except Patty and those things. Okay, all right, bring it on. too long. What happened? So beautiful, beautiful. Everybody down, everybody comfortable. So when you started, my question for you is when you started, when you were thinking about going to the bottom of the pool, did you think it would be as fun as that?
No.
No.
No way, right?
No.
No chance. And everything you'd say, okay, I want to go down. Let's see if I can get to the bottom. You know, it was always like, oh no, keep me out of the bottom. So it's really cool. So I say it to the folks who are watching is if you'll do this, if you will enjoy this sink, if you will just get comfortable with coming up and down from it, it changes your world. It changes the way you perceive the swim. It changes what else you want to do with it. It changes your sense of what you're capable of doing, right? Hugely, absolutely hugely. So stick with it. And if you like what we're doing here, subscribe or whatever it is you're supposed to do. You know, you're a YouTube person. Okay, how's that?
Perfect.
Okay. Let's see, what's my next thing? Now we're going to fall backwards. Richard has a clip. Who else has a clip? Iquanda has a clip. In fact, Iquanda, would you swim this way just so that we can, in fact, I know this is too tall for you, so if you will grab my hand. So Iquanda has a sinus saver. I don't know if you can see it, but it's this cool little, you thought she had a silicone nose clip. I know you did, or nose ring, but it's a little silicone cup that goes up in both nostrils, and then it stays here, and it's a clip that doesn't slip off your nose. It's just solid. So anyway, they're harder to find now, and I'm not sure that the company's not even out of business, but there are some places that will find them, and it's well worth the look. It's changed your world for
Yes,
swimming
absolutely.
when you got it.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're gonna fall back. So if you've got your clip, you don't have to worry about it. If you don't have your clip, just hold your nose and just fall back and sink if you sink, don't sink if you sink, but stay as a soldier, so stay stiff as you fall, okay? All right, bring it on. Yeah, air, sorry, air.
And goggles.
And goggles can come in handy, yeah. Good. So we got people floating, not making it down, some people barely making it down, some people making it to the bottom. I love that we can count on Richard for that. And lots of floating here at this one. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
You float a little higher on your back than you do on your stomach. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
But it's true. That's what I see. That's what I see. Okay, so if you're scared, it's like I'm falling back and oh my gosh, I'll never get back up. Again, stay close to the lane, grab something. But what's your trick to getting back up, right? If you make it all the way to the bottom, you just push down, right? That's like I'm pushing down and I'm hopping up. I got my feet close. If your feet are on the bottom, which most of yours are, or back, all you gotta do is pull them back like it's like I'm gonna take a step or two back and I'm gonna stand up, right? That's pretty straightforward. The other thing you can do is reach out with your hands and push down, just like the lifts and hops we talked about earlier. You push down, it brings you up, you let your feet slide out from under you, just like the front float with the front. Some of you have front float recovery already, but much like we did when we did the lifts. And then now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to blow air out. Okay? So blow out as you go down or blow out at the top, fall, let's see what you got. Very nice. I see Rachel still there. Rachel, that was pretty. So, do you ever think you do that, right? So when you're down there at the bottom and you're looking up, my favorite thing is how quiet it is down there.
Yes.
That's really my favorite thing. It's just peaceful. So I don't know if anybody's got anything cooler than that, but the quiet's a winner. Okay. And once it's down there and you know you can push yourself up, it's like, okay, this isn't, I'm fine here. Here we go. Okay. So we did a fall front, a fall to the side, fall back. We're in good shape. We got our falls down. We've got some pools down. And we've given people some cool things to see for people at lots of different levels who can make something happen and still have enough bulk or enough muscle to get to the bottom, right? But who still float sometimes even when they didn't want to.
Yes.
That's a cool deal. That's a cool deal. That was the hope for today. So, hope you liked it. Hope you'll subscribe. Push that button, whatever it is you do, and come back and we'll get some more stuff for you. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. It's a YouTube channel. We're here, so there are a few things we need to say.
You should like and subscribe to keep up with us.
Ring the bell so you know when the next video comes out, and share with your friends.
If you've got comments, let us know. We will respond to your comments. We have merch down at the bottom. It's not anything as cool as this, but it's the newest versions of these things. And we have a lot of other social medias like
Facebook
and TikTok.
And Instagram.
And we wish you years of comfort in the water.